Hey, this is Liam Paulson doing my story and performance, oral performance, A1. So to start things off, a little bit of background information. At the time of this event, I was in grade about 9, I want to say. And I was basically a freckly Justin Bieber hairstyled little Buddha. I was 60 kilos in grade 4, so I was getting big. And basically, it's second year in high school, and I was on top of the world. I was thinking, this is as good as it can get. And basically, so scene starts. We're in this little corridor at L Block, which is the English block staff room in high school. And it's an outdoor corridor. Wind used to blow through, and because the grade 12s used to take up the gazebos, we had to sit there along the actual corridor itself, up against the walls. That's where me and all my nerdy mates from Extension Plus used to hang out. And basically, we used to just, laugh, we joke about, the guys and us, we do dumb shit like, sack wax, dacking, stupid jokes and everything like that. As you do, all the chicks would sit there and judge us like absolutely fucking crazy. But yeah, I specifically remember this day because we were going around doing that, regular shit of, being boys will be boys, that kind of shit, being absolute wankers. I was being super loud, super obnoxious. I was swearing my absolute guts out, and I was going off like a proper little cockhead. I don't know if I can swear, but yeah. And my eldest brother was in grade 12, and he used to just sit down the hallway from us, or the corridor. And so me being all cool with my mates, I was like, I'm gonna go talk to my brother who's in grade 12, man. And I'm gonna be super cool. So I walk up to him, swagger on up to him, and I'm like, hey Jaden, what's going on, man? And he basically just shuts down the conversation instantly, and he looks me square in the eyes, and he just goes, you're really fucking loud and obnoxious. Can you shut up? And to me, because of my family situation, my mum and dad split up when we were young. So it's pretty well been me and my full-blooded brother, Jaden, moving about together. At that point in time, it was just before we got kicked out of home, but he was someone that I looked up to and a role model for me going throughout school, because he pretty well 180 turned his life around from drugs to a grade A student. And to hear from him that I was loud and obnoxious, it basically broke my heart. It was such a statement that it made me rethink pretty much the entirety of my life and myself. And I pretty well went home that day and I had a massive think. And I thought to myself, I might just think that I'm acting like a dickhead, but when I really focused down onto what I was doing and paid attention to what I just did on a day-to-day basis, I was loud, I was obnoxious, I was annoying, I'd swear constantly, I was disrespectful, rude. I would think that I would banter with my friends, but in all truth and honesty, I was more of a bully that hung out with them constantly. And after realizing that, I pretty well had the biggest epiphany in my life, I think, to this day. And I spun my life around from that point on. I paid attention to more things about myself, my weight, how I acted towards other people, just the simple things of showing affection even. Like, I would barely tell my own family that I loved them, let alone like my friends and stuff like that. And so pretty well that year I started to get my shit together. I got on top of my grades as well, rather than being a tosser. So yeah, I turned my grades around, started getting B's and A's. I, worked on my behavior, on my manners, on my language, everything like that. And I started going to boxing with my brother, which then evolved into gym and volleyball later on down the line. And I would like to think that I am a really nice person now. And, I try not to use as much language, but it still slips out here and there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope it's not too long a video.